We were just talking with Coach Barnes about Kevin Durant, and I know he's seeing what he has done. I know has meant something to you as well. What would it mean to you to see him be able to make the game on Saturday in Stillwater?
It meant a lot. It means that he still really cares about this program. He has a lot of ties here. Obviously him and Coach Barnes, that's something special. Just for him to be able to come out and support, that means a lot.
You grew up in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex in Bedford. What was it like for you growing up there and getting introduced to basketball and starting to get comfortable with the sport and then starting to realize that you could play this at the collegiate level?
It was a little different, to be honest. I kind of started off playing all around sports. I played some baseball. I tried football, but kind of settling into basketball I was kind of in middle school. And, everybody told me, you should give it a try, and I was like, all right, cool. So, went to a couple of local recs, worked out with my dad all the time. Endless all the time.
Yeah, and there's legendary stories about the growth spurt that you hit. It was 4 inches in one summer, something like that. Was it really that pronounced?
Kind of. It was my freshman year. I started off the year about 6'4", and then the end of the year I was 6'8". It was quite phenomenal.
Family means an awful lot to you. Your younger sister Maya as well. Talk about the what your family and your folks and your sister mean to you.
Definitely. They all mean a lot. My younger cousin Alyssa. She's currently living with us as well. Everybody. Both my parents. They've been there with me through it all. Through the highs and the lows.
Were they as interested as you were interested in? As your basketball career progressed in high school, that there's going to be something at the next level, an opportunity for you to play at the collegiate level? Were they keenly tuned into where you might wind up? And I guess that leads into what attracted you and interested you about the University of Texas.
Yeah, it was kind of that way. In all honesty, my mom was really interested in the education piece. My sophomore year, she was really, avid about me getting my degree, talking about, she really wanted me to get a scholarship to going into whatever university, I decide. But as I started progressing with my basketball career, and it got better, got taller, my dad and my mom both said, you know what, we can make career out of this. Let's put our focus into this.
Yeah, and then by the same token, like you said, I guess there's the academic side of it. What appealed to you in terms of the academic programs at UT about why Texas was a good fit for you?
Man, it's one of the best in the world. While I was doing my research coming into comparing it to other schools, it didn't even compare.
I asked Jordan Barnett about his first fall academic semester, and first he said, when we asked him after, I guess it was the Lipscomb game, I said, how did your fall semester go? And he said, fine, I think I pulled a 4.0. It turned out to be a 3.7. He said he disappointed himself only slightly at 3.7. But in not even just talking about the numbers, but in your first fall academic semester, is it that whole issue about time management, balancing the work in the classroom, the work in study hall, the labs, and yet what you have to do on the basketball court?
Oh, without a doubt. My first week, it was kind of tough, just making that transition from, not doing anything for a little while to actually, really working every day. It was quite a tough transition, but everybody, a huge shout out to everybody at the academic facilities. Randa, she really helped me out.
Myles Turner is our special guest. We're going to talk a little more basketball stuff coming up with Myles when we continue with Longhorn Weekly here on the Longhorn Network and on the Longhorn IMG Radio Network. Longhorn freshman forward Myles Turner joining us here on Longhorn Weekly with head coach Rick Barnes. Coach Barnes will rejoin us in just a couple of minutes. After your high school graduation from Trinity, you then went out to Colorado as part of that U.S. under-18 national team. What was that experience like for you?
That was an incredible experience. That was really my second experience USA basketball. Prior to that, I did the Nike Hoop Summit, and that was kind of like a week-long thing. But going out to Colorado for a month, being with the training staff, it was basically like good little introduction to college. We stayed in dorms, we had our workouts every now and then we're on a meal plan. It was a great experience.
You enjoy also getting a chance to play with and against that caliber of competition?
Oh yeah, I mean, like I said, it got me ready for the college level, immensely.
And then afterwards, you came back, second summer session at Texas, and with the guys who were already working, was there an adjustment process for you when you first settled into that second summer session and getting in with the guys?
A little bit. I was in great shape. Being in Colorado with that elevation, I mean, that'll definitely get you in shape. But that was my time to really, regroup with the guys, really kind of get to know everybody, get a feel for how, the program works. I mean, that was the only adjustment for me right there.
Now, there's the game against West Virginia this week that we know about on Saturday. But then on Monday, it's a turnaround in a game in Fort Worth against TCU. And TCU this year playing not in their on-campus arena. It's undergoing renovation, so they're playing at the Wilkerson Grannis Activity Center in Fort Worth, which is a legendary high school basketball arena. This is almost kind of a homecoming for you, isn't it?
It is. I've had a couple battles in Wilkerson Griner. I played there a couple times. Regional tournament was out there. Got to see some great games out there as well. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I really hope a lot of family, a lot of people come out there and support me.
Is that one of those things where you look forward to having a chance to play back close to home, not only to have your family and friends there, but in a building that most college players, when they go into for the first time, because TCU doesn't play regular home games there, but you've played in that building before.
Yeah, it's familiar territory. I mean, I'm really excited to go back.
All right, Myles, we appreciate you dropping by. Thanks for the time.
All right,
Myles Turner joining us here. And coming up, head coach Rick Barnes rejoins us. We'll take a look ahead to those West Virginia and TCU matchups. The Longhorn Weekly continues in a moment.